Everybody. The other day, I had put up a video on my Instagram page. So many people had been asking me that what is it regard, what is it about, what had I been talking about. So I had made the video on my mother tongue. Uh, I was speaking my mother tongue Malayalam. So many of my non-Malayali friends couldn't understand it, and they had been continuously messaging me. First of all, I would like to thank all my Malayali friends and also other people who have understood what I have said, and I cannot explain it in words that what the reactions has done to me, because they are they cannot be explained in words. Beyond words, I have got many supporting hands, and their words have really strengthened, really has done something to me. I mean, I couldn't just sleep yesterday, and I thought I just should thank you everybody, um, for such overwhelming responses. It is not about me. We are here for a cause. We are here for all the women, or for men for that matter, for every human being. Nobody deserves to be abused. Nobody deserves to be bullied. Nobody deserves to be tortured mentally. Nobody deserves to be harassed. Every person has their right to live peacefully, and we have no right to interfere in somebody's life, to judge them, to interfere into their private space and judge them for nothing. Right now I'm talking to you all these things because of the initiative that Women in Cinema Collective, WCC, it's an organization of women in Malayalam cinema, and they had started this campaign called Refuse the Abuse. So when I saw this tag and when I saw this campaign going on, I just thought, why should I be silent anymore? I should not be silent. I thought that, this is the right time for me to speak up. Thought that why should I should just go for another video explaining to all my non-Malayali friends and other people out there, so that the cause of the video can be fulfilled, on a better platform, on a wider platform. So basically, I was talking about cyber crimes, cyber bullying, online harassment that is happening to everybody, by one means or another. So this is a very important issue, because right now we all are dependent upon, the online platforms. Without internet, we just cannot imagine our lives. We are so much revolving around the internet facilities, the online platforms, and we are just communicating only through the virtual space. So the virtual space has become something inseparable from our lives. So the harassments that takes place on online platforms affect us on such a level that our mental health just breaks down. I was a teen when I acted in a regional movie, and some clips shot for the movie was, put up by the makers of it on some porn websites. That clip, which was shot for a particular purpose, was misused very badly, and for their own dirty motives, I should say. And I was 14 years old back then. I was doing my 10th, and since that day, I had been a victim of online abuse, harassment, bullying, mocking, and every other possible way of putting me down. And today, when I see all these movements, Me Too, and all those other atrocities and things happening inside the cinema, so the women has been coming out and talking about it, but many of us don't take them seriously. Many of us say that, why are you here now? Why are you choosing to speak about this? Because, we have to put up we have to show we have to gather the courage to speak up, like I am doing right now, because we all, I won't be blaming the other person watching this video, because the society includes all of us, including me, you, everybody. And all of us have made this impression that even though a woman is a victim, you are the reason for that. The perpetrator is nowhere in the crime scene. Even if a girl is raped, everybody goes into character assassinating her past, goes to find out whether the victim has any connection to the culprit. What an excellent time to live in. What an excellent society we are living in. So this is the mentality. So that's why we women need time to gather all this courage and to speak to you, to come up front and speak like this. To remove that video, I had approached all the legal measures which is available to me. I went to the courts, I went to the police, I went to the cyber cell, all ranks of police officers. Still my writ petition is pending in the High Court, but still they couldn't ask all those social websites. I mean, there were orders also to remove those videos, but they couldn't be removed because we don't have a proper cyber legislation to implement those. It will keep passing on, and people will keep abusing you online, on the online platforms. They have took it as their own right to abuse you. Actually went through, after that video got viral, is beyond words. I just can't explain it, because I know that I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not answerable to anybody, but still whenever I talk about this, I get emotional. Don't take it otherwise. I mean, don't think that, I mean, why is she so emotional about it? Is she still weak? Yes, I get vulnerable at times, but I am strong. I am not weak, because for me, my opinion about myself matters to me the most, and I am so proud of myself. Nobody's opinion can break me. Nobody's opinion about me can break my opinion about me. Nobody's opinion about me can break my self-esteem, my pride, and my thoughts. And nobody can decide my character, because I know what I am. Okay, keeping those things aside, to be specifically talking about the things, I just crumbled down. My mental health just crumbled down. You know, I was going to, I don't know, these days people keep talking about depression. I don't know much, I don't have much information on that to talk about what depression is like, and I don't know whether I was depressed or I am in depression. But to just tell you, I can tell you that what was I feeling like. I just felt like my whole world crumbled, and I am not worth of anything, and I don't deserve to live, because the people say so. I didn't say that, I didn't feel that, but the society made me believe that you have finished, you're nothing now, you can't live, you don't deserve to live now. What was my fault in that? I didn't even understand that. My teachers, I was in my 11th standard, and one of my teacher called to the staff room and told that many of the people are talking about. I didn't even understand what was she talking about. She told me that people are talking these things about you, and are you not hesitant to do such things? I was like, what is she talking about? I was clueless, I was blank. I just answered I don't know what I don't even remember what did I answer to her, but I just walked away from there. I couldn't go to the school after that. I just left the school. I ate some pills and tried to commit suicide and stuff like that. That is the most stupidest thing I have ever done in my whole life. Whoever is watching this video, I apologize to myself in front of you, because Nobody should do that. No one should do that, and that was the most stupidest thing I have done in my life. I literally had no sleep. I didn't eat. I didn't talk. I didn't read. I didn't show up to the world after that. Just for the next 2 years, I was locked inside a room. I was locked inside my house. I didn't go to school. I left the school for 2 years. I couldn't complete my 12th standard over there in the school which I was studying. And you know, I then completed my 12th by the open school methods, and I studied it my own, and thanks to the boards and all those people who corrected my question paper. So here I'm talking as a representation to all those people who has been victims of such abuses, and some of them might, there are many suicidal cases after which girls commit suicide, and people wouldn't show up to the world. They couldn't just stand up, gathering all this courage, because we make them believe that they are not significant anymore. Come on, yaar. I was not even grown up to realize my significance, wherein you made me believe that I was not significant anymore. I mean, that is terrible. That is terrible. It took me these 6-7 long years for the self-realization, to know that what I am worth of, what my voice can do to others, what my voice can do to myself. What am I worth of? If a person is at mistake, even if a person's private videos gets leaked out, who the hell are you to judge them? Who the hell are you to intrude into somebody's privacy and judge them that you did this? The so-called fake moral values you are there imposing upon them. Everybody has a right to live their life by their choice, the way they wish to, and we are nobody to fucking judge them. We are nobody to intrude into their lives. The people who are intruding into their lives, passing on comments and judgments, are the ones who should be ashamed of themselves. They are the ones who should be ashamed of themselves. The ones who are perpetrating such dirty, heinous crimes, they are the ones who should be ashamed of myself. And the people who spread, I was a child, and a child under 18 that comes under the subject of child pornography, and there is no strict legislation to punish such perpetrators, such dirty human creatures on earth. They should be the ones who should be ashamed of themselves. Our lawmakers should be ashamed of themselves that they cannot protect. Instead, they are preaching the fake morality, and even if a 4-year-old girl gets raped, a 4-month baby gets raped, they're saying that it's because you are wearing a short dress. So I would like to tell to all those victims, all those people who are seeing my video, that you are worth much, much, much more than what others say, and what you think of yourself. You're much beyond that. You just have to look into yourself, try to understand, read, and just try to analyze it on a broader perspective, that what your voice can do. It is so saddening to see that everybody wants to see the change, but nobody wants to become the voice or face of that change. Nobody wants to voice it. Nobody wants to voice their opinions. Nobody wants to become the face of that change, but everybody wants to see the change. And when someone comes up, we criticize them so much that we scare them. They get scared. We just try to pull them down, mocking them on public platforms, online platforms. We just make them feel that whom are we doing this for? For the society who are so ignorant about all these things? That's what we are doing. The fellow girls who are listening to me, I'd just like to ask you that what is the factor that is stopping us? What is the factor that stops us, just keeps us away from talking, just keeps us away from, reacting to all these atrocities? It is the fear. The fear of losing something unknown. It always follows us that we might lose something if we voice our opinion. If we speak out, somebody might harm us, somebody might do something to us, or somebody might have a different opinion about us, and that scares us. That scares us so much that we just withdraw ourselves from the mainstream society and just hides away and runs away from these problems. Yesterday, when I chose to speak about all these things, many of my older friends from my school came to me and said that, "Oh Sona, we didn't knew this. Now that we know this, I'm standing with you. I take a stand for you. We are with you." And that words mattered a lot to me. I don't know how many of they meant it, but those words really mattered to me. And for that, we will have to speak about these things. On the other part of everything, apart from blaming the society, blaming the people, we just have to take a stand for ourselves. I mean, I always had these thought that somebody is going to come into my life someday and fix all my problems, protect me from everything. That fairy tale princess wala story, that is never going to happen. You have to protect yourself. Women, you have to protect yourself. You have to fix your own problems. Do you see these hands? These are your hands. Imagine yourself a painter, and this is your brush. You have to paint your life so beautifully, like an art. Nobody is going to do that for you. You will have to do that yourself. You'll have to stand up for yourself. You have to dare to speak out the truth, so that primarily you can help yourself, you can liberate yourself, educate yourself, and secondarily so that some other people might get educated, or they might be able to help you in any way, by any means. If you are not ready to help yourself, nobody can help you. I had closed all the doors around me, that people were unable to reach to me up to an extent. So that should not happen. To all those people who abuse the other person, you have to understand that you just pass a comment and you just get away with it, but the other person who is reading it might be going or suffering for that throughout their lives. So just costing a life just for your sick mentality, just to fulfill your pleasures which comes from a sick mentality. Maybe you're a sadistic person, so unhappy in your life, and you're just causing some other person's lives as well. Don't do that. The video is getting very long, and I'm deviating from the topic, but I'm so emotional about this that I can talk for hours and hours about this. I can keep talking about this. To cut short and to conclude, I would request all of you to have mutual respect for the other fellow human being, to understand their problems, to stand by them, and take a step to stop this abuse, bullying, any kind of any kind of abuse, any kind of bullying on any platform, even if that is an online platform, whether it is on a public space, we should stand for them. I know that many of my friends, I am a fifth year law student, and I have my friends from my law college, colleagues, lawyers. So we all can together make a change. We should be the face of that change. We can definitely make a change. We can protect our children. I'm not here for attention seeking. I know that my revelations might cost me something. Maybe it will help 10 other people to reach to, you know, my wounds and hurt me again and again. But I welcome that. But I also believe that, at least one person, if at least one woman gets inspired by that, get courage from this, and get to know that some other person also struggling with this, and I can also be something other than what I think of, then that is great, that is incredible, and that's what I want. I want a safer workplace, a more better, harmless workplace for the future generations. My mother is not as educated as me, but she wanted a better place for me. And tomorrow, our future generations must be more educated, well qualified, more informed, and much more than we are. But I just want a less harmful workplace, an equal workplace, equal rights for women, and every small step towards that matters. Stand together and fight all these cybercrimes together. Refuse the abuse. Thank you.